Ultimate failure is the recognition, the realization that ego, mind, your notion of who you are as a self or as somebody is a plaything that is a fart in the wind that gets blown away. Welcome, namaste motherfuckers. It's another video about non-duality, which is for me kind of like sticking my head in a bowl of pudding. It's about as fun as that. I love non-duality, don't get me wrong. I sat with all the non-dual teachers. I've read my, of course, fair share of non-duality books and videos and whatnot. It annoys me because it's the one topic where I feel like everybody's just ready to have a fist fight, nitpicking it to death. Who's more awake than this person or that person, and you don't know what you're talking about, and go fuck yourself in so many words. It's all good. You know, in the grand scheme of things, it's all good. You kind of have to go through this craziness. This little funnel of craziness, which really is what non-duality is, where, yeah, you have your opinions and you want to express them, and it gets topsy-turvy. And I went through that same thing also, because you're trying to figure it out inside yourself. And so it's all, so having a good, basically non-dual fist fight or argument is sort of part of the process. So I'm happy to accommodate you in this area. Now let's talk about why non-duality fails. And I mean this in the ultimate sense. My own awakening, 2010, I sat down to do some work and came upon this article. I read the article, and essentially it was an article that introduced my final ultimate failure, which was this final ultimate failure to recognize or to realize self. Like, I was holding out that there was a larger self, you know, capital S-E-L-F. And then I was ripe. It was the time for me while I was watching this video. It just all collapsed. There was no self. There's no higher self. There's no lower self. There's no self at all. And this really hit me in a large wave, and I went through this little portal of depression and sadness, and kind of collapsed in my own spot. And then I realized, wow, you know, here I am, no other place to go. And then, not like lightning bingo, but slowly it dawned on me that there wasn't any place to go, there wasn't any place to be, there wasn't any place to get to, there wasn't a higher self, there wasn't a lower self. So then where are you and what are you? And I collapsed back into just being the body. And further and deeper than that, collapsed back into just being awareness. And it was paradoxically a type of failure. And it took me even a little bit to realize just how much I had failed. And then slowly, I will say this, slowly over the next, months, mind and ego and whatnot reconstituted itself in the background. And I was free. I was free of this nagging sense that I needed to get somewhere, I needed to arrive, I needed to succeed, I needed to spiritually wake up. That was gone. The search was over. The search was over. And I just felt okay in my own skin finally. I had suffered from depression for a very long time. That was my invitation into spirituality. And the depression went away, and it has not come back ever since. And then along with that, yes, there's some benefits to knowing thyself. But it's meant to fail. Non-duality is meant to fail. We don't arrive to the landmark of spiritual awakening without going through failure, ultimate failure even. And ultimate failure is the recognition, the realization that ego, mind, your notion of who you are as a self or as somebody is a plaything that is a fart in the wind that gets blown away. And then you simply and quite naturally recognize that who you really are is the witnessing, watching awareness that's behind everything. And then go a little deeper than that, you realize that that awareness is the one thing, is the one that is dreaming this whole thing. So that when it is said that Nisargadatta Maharaj, I am that, you realize that this whole thing is taking place within you, and that everything that you see is you. Everything is happening in the realm of your own dream consciousness. So, all of that due to failure. And I wish you a big, big failure in your search, in your quest to wake up. And that's it for today. Thanks, man. Bye-bye.